All right, this is our third segment. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, everyone.
This is Politi-Cast. Today we're going to be talking about the Violence Against Women Act, which is H.R. 1620. So my source that I'm going to be using, I'm going to be skipping around today a little bit. So it's going to go from GOA, my opinion, and Adam's opinion, and then we're going to go to a nice study that was done by the Washington Post. It's going to be really juicy. So, Violence Against Women Act is probably right now, I'd say, one of the most broken bills, and it's just pushed an agenda. In Section 102, it's federal grants, so they're giving out money to commit firearm seizures, fund firearm seizures. In Sections 801 and 802, they're going to form new red flag laws and expand gun confiscation orders. Great. Section 1201, 1202, prosecute NICS denials. Now, if everyone knows about NICS denials, they're very finicky stuff. I mean, it could be a mistake on your paperwork, or it could be, it could be a database error, incorrect information. You could get screwed on that. But they'll could prosecute you for that, because that's your fault because you're buying a gun. In sections 1203, this is special appointments to prosecute gun control and deputization of it. So pretty much the people that don't want to enforce gun control, they're going to get rid of them, and they're going to deputize new people and pay new people that are really eager to put you away for 10 years, I think, to 20 to 30. I mean, if they really dislike you, I mean, not good. I don't know, but it kind of upsets me. This has nothing to do with domestic violence and violence against women. It really doesn't. You're just taking people's firearms, which we already saw in the latest mass shooting. I think it was the one at the FedEx place. That's where I think that was it was in the same region as a red flag law.
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't think the federal government shouldn't be able. They shouldn't have the ability to fund. Their whole goal with this bill is they're putting money to programs and people who are willing to crack down on guns and all that. And then the thing with them appointing people to positions where they can crack down on guns. What they're doing is effectively taking off, let's say maybe the head of maybe the Department of Justice, if they don't want to do something like that. And they replace them with someone who wants to ban guns. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of people being fired during this time if this does pass.
Well, that's how you make your own posse. It's ridiculous. You're not allowed. You cannot make it this way.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll try though.
Yeah.
They've always done that.
And this really has the whole goal of this. Well, the supposed goals of this bill is to crack down on violence against women. And I guess they assume that a lot of women are being victims of a lot of women are victims of gun violence, which I don't know if it's mostly just women, but it's odd that in this bill there's not really actual legitimate reasons to even pass this bill if you want to crack down.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean there, but it's so complex in the way that they're trying to market it.
Yeah.
So to the uneducated, you wouldn't realize that the higher majority goes to knives.
Yeah.
It goes to knives and violence. The FBI already put this out for 2021. You can go look it up. But there's actually a Washington Post article that we can go into now if you want.
Yeah, let's go into that.
Okay. So right here, it actually says, I have it up right now. So 47.1% responded and said that stricter gun laws in major cities make no difference, and 37.3% believe they actually make it worse. Well, if you ever look at Chicago and you ever go on the FBI, their online site, which is pretty easy to get to, you'll see they have it right up there, and it's kind of unbelievable. It's kind of unbelievable how quickly this escalated after they added new gun measures. The city went to crap.
Yeah.
It went to just shambles.
Mm-hmm.
And 15.6 believe that it will make it better. It will stop crime. So you have 15.6% believing that this will work, that gun laws will work.
Yeah, and this is from a very left-leaning, like, newspaper. And a lot of the people who are polled were probably, the majority of them were probably from the left. And I think it's surprising that a lot of them don't actually favor strict gun laws, especially people who are polled who actually read the Washington Post, because a lot of those people usually tend to be further on the left.
It's because they know that this agenda is dying.
Yeah.
It's time for people to wake up and stop pushing this crap forward. It's not going to go well. It's going to hurt them in their political career. I don't think they get that, though.
No, I don't.
I don't think they understand that they're way behind. Way behind with the program. No one wants to hear your garbage bills. Fix them, so then they pass.
Yeah, that's
so then they pass.
Yeah.
If you made good bills, yeah, they pass, but they're garbage. You're not doing a good job. It's ridiculous anymore what you see in Washington, D.C. It's all about policy instead of real legitimate old day politics.
Yeah.
Not doing it right. If you're making crap work, it's, you're not going to get anything passed. And a lot of people have been saying, oh, we're so close to secession and civil war. Yeah, I agree. People are going to resist this stuff. You can't come into someone's house without a warrant and just take their firearms. Well, you can make up your own warrant for these red flag laws and kick down someone's door. Doesn't mean they're going to listen to you. You know what I mean? Until you get the day where it's a guy who never broke any laws, he knows that he's going to fight back that time, possibly. You know what I mean? You're doing things you shouldn't be doing to law-abiding citizens, and I mean, this already occurred in Maryland. You can look it up. It's on YouTube still. It's still on the YouTube videos, and red flag law order went wrong. But is there anything else that you'd like to add about this?
For the red flag, no. I don't feel like there's anything.
Just this.
I don't feel like I don't see how this is really going to work. Like, who's gonna? Let's say if the cops are ordered to take people's guns. Like, I doubt they're actually gonna do that. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Like, who's actually gonna be willing to
I wear this thin blue line hat, but trust is earned. Trust is earned, and cops are in these states, though they're enforcing them.
Have you ever seen these countries where they're like, oh, if you hand in your guns, we'll give you like $50, even though most people who own guns spend probably a lot more than $50 on a gun, you know what I mean? Have you ever seen those things? Those countries where you would have to
Some of my firearms are over $1,000.
Yeah.
Actually more than that, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to give a specific price. You're not taking them.
Yeah.
That's plain and simple. I don't care if you give me $1 million in gift cards, I'm not giving them to you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I feel like they're going to do something to incentivize handing over the guns, like giving you cash, and I kind of worry there's going to be a lot of people
Or that they print it out.
Yeah, more they print out. It's kind of like what they do with the vaccines. They're like, oh, if you get the vaccines, we'll give you a check for $25 or something, or a free burger from this place. It's like, I feel like they're going to do something with guns.
Can't give. Listen, if somebody asked for one of my prized firearms, you couldn't give me $1 million for it. I'm sorry. There's some old firearms that I own, and you're not taking them. There's a difference. There's a thin line. Do not enter. And it's crazy. That this could happen to anyone if you live in a state with these red flag laws. I've never committed any form of crime. I've never been pulled over. I've never had one parking ticket. I've never had anything. And I just do the right things all the time. But you know what? Some person who didn't like me, I set up an appointment and send the cops to your house. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's so unjust to the firearms community, but they don't care. Clearly, they're still pushing for greatness, and women are being left behind because of this. You're not prosecuting domestic violence abusers to the full extent of the law. You're letting them out early. You're letting stalkers out early, sex offenders, and all these other things. What do you?
Yeah,
what do you expect?
there should be better things in there to actually protect women. Like this bill is a bad opportunity for. I don't know. It's just not.
It's not opening up good opportunities for them. It's opening up opportunities for political agenda pushes, and this is what they want. They want this political agenda push, and it baffles me that they're still trying, even after studies and polls are being released, even by their own liberal media. They're being put out by them. They're being honest.
Yeah, it's a shame because they could be pushing bills through that can actually help women and help prevent violence against them.
They're
This bill
prosecuting
really doesn't do
Nick's denials.
Yeah.
Nothing is. This is the furthest thing from violence against women.
Yeah.
That's the most furthest thing. That is your background check, and that is your paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
There's such a far difference, and I think it's absurd. I think it's comedic. It's just it really does baffle me. I think we're gonna end this segment, and like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it, all you guys. We did really good on the last 2 videos, and we hope to have you back here watching again. Thank you very much. Enjoy the new year.